is Nick, and welcome to Yoga with Nick Chi. Start off here with a 10-minute routine that you can do anytime throughout the day to relieve tension, mind, and body. First off, let's start on our backs. Settle in here. We'll be connecting breath with movement. On your next inhale, let's bring our knees up towards our chest. And here we can wrap our elbows around our knees, grabbing onto fingertips or maybe our wrists. And we'll just slowly start breathing. You can tuck your chin in towards your chest. Nice deep inhales. Using the exhales, take the navel towards the spine and squeeze those knees in a little bit further. Let's take a couple more big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze those knees. Let's take one more big inhale. And on the exhale, we'll release our arms out to a T, keeping the knees above our chest. Let's press our palms and forearms into the mat. Then take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, we'll lower our knees to the right, 2 inches above the floor. Using an inhale, we'll bring the knees back up. Then on the exhale, we'll lower our knees to the left, 2 inches above the floor. Nice and easy. Inhale back up. And then exhale, gently release the knees to the right, 2 inches above the floor. Inhale back up. Exhale to the left. Let's do one more here. Inhale back up. Exhale to the right, 2 inches above the floor. And then we'll inhale back up. Exhale to the left, 2 inches above the floor. And then inhale back up. And let's wrap our elbows around our knees. Give ourselves a little hug again. And then on your next exhale, let's release the left leg straight out in front of us. Left toes are curled back towards the left knee. Then go ahead and interlace your fingers 2 inches below your right knee or on the inside of the right thigh. You just gently bring the knee out to the right to avoid the rib cage. Then bring it back above the chest. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, squeeze that knee in towards the armpit. Shoulder blades are on the mat. Hip bones are touching the floor. Nice deep inhales. Exhale, squeeze that knee in. Remember to keep those left toes curled back towards the left knee. Trying to get that left leg active. A few more big breaths. Take one more big inhale. And on the exhale, we'll release our right hand. Left hand will guide that knee over to our left, stacking the right hip on top of the left. Open that right arm out to the side, and now we'll take our gaze to the right. Inhale, exhale, slowly slipping into this twist. Bring your attention to your spine. It's almost like a dish rag, squeezing it out. Nice deep inhales. And then on the exhales, that right shoulder, right ear become closer to the mat. Let's take one more big inhale here. And then on the exhale, we'll gently unwind. Maybe squeeze that knee in towards your chest one more time. And then gently release the right leg straight out in front of you. And then we'll inhale our left knee up towards our chest. Interlace the fingers below the knee or on the inside of the thigh. Bring that knee out to the left and then squeeze it in towards the left armpit above the chest. Nice deep inhale. And then exhale, squeeze. Remember to curl those right toes back towards the right knee, trying to get that right leg active. A few more big breaths here. Navel towards the spine, squeezing that knee in. One more big inhale. And then on the exhale, release that left hand with the right hand. Guide that knee over to the right, stacking the left hip on top of the right. Open that left arm out to the side. Take your gaze to the left. Once again, bring the attention back to the spine. You're slowly twisting this towel. Inhale. Exhale, gently slip into this twist. A few more big breaths here. Let's take one more big inhale. And then on that exhale, let's gently unwind. Squeeze that knee in one more time. Exhale, gently release. And then on an inhale, we'll bring the knees back up towards our chest. Wrap our elbows around our knees. Give ourselves a couple more hugs here. Maybe throw in a little side to side sway. And then we'll Bring our hands to our knees and we can rock and roll back and forth like we're doing a sit-up. Nice and easy, we'll make our way up into a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can always just roll onto your side and push yourself up into a seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, you can bring your hands to your knees, palms facing up if you like some receiving, or palms facing down for a little bit of grounding. Maybe you want to close your eyes, or you can always keep them open. And then we'll slowly start warming up our neck. We'll take our chin towards our left shoulder, then our chin towards our right shoulder. Just go back and forth between the two. Moving with your breath. Then you can start adding in moving the head up and down. So we take our chin towards our chest, back of the head to the top of the shoulders. Nice and easy. A few more breaths here. Maybe throwing in a couple more side to sides. And then the next time the chin is at the chest, let's go ahead and leave it there. I'm going to do a couple neck rotations. Take my chin towards my right shoulder, then sweep it across the sky, and then down to my left shoulder to my chest again. Let's do one more to the right, chin to the right shoulder, sweep it across the sky, down to my left shoulder to my chest. Now let's do two to the left, chin towards the left shoulder, sweep it across the sky, down to the right to my chest. One more here, shoulder, across the sky, down to the right shoulder, to your chest. Beautiful. Take a couple breaths here. Maybe we'll roll the shoulders back a couple times. Roll the shoulders forward a couple times. And then nice and easy, we'll make our way into a tabletop. So that means palms underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. I'll face towards you guys here. So the first thing we'll do is we'll warm up our wrist. Fingers facing towards the front of our mat, we'll turn them outward. Fingers towards the knees, inside of the elbows towards the front of your mat. And then here you can put a slight bend into the elbows and lean back here, just warming up the wrists, nice and easy. This is a good one to do if you find yourself on a computer throughout the day. A few more breaths here. The other option I have for you is turn the hands over completely, all 5 fingers pressing down, fingers still pointing towards the knees, and then once again leaning into this one. Most of my weight's in my knees and my feet, a little bit of pressure in the wrists. A few more breaths here. And then we'll make our way back into our tabletop. Next up is our toes. We'll curl our toes, sit back on our heels, and lift our knees. And this is something you kind of got to find on your own, just moving side to side here. Make sure to get those pinky toes. They like to escape. Moving back and forth. Nice and easy. A few more breaths here. And then after the toes, we'll bring our knees to the mat, knees together, uncurl the toes, sit on our heels. And next up, we're going to warm up the ankles. So sit up nice and tall here. Maybe this is as far as you like to go. Or you can bring your hands behind you, fingers facing towards your feet. And then nice and easy, lift up the knees here. Getting a deep stretch in the ankles. If you engage the top of the feet, press them into the mat, you'll get even deeper of a stretch. A few more breaths here. And our next exhale, we'll come back to our knees, walk our hands forward, coming back to our tabletop. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And now we'll work on our shoulders. Taking our gaze towards our right thumb. On our next inhale, we'll take that right arm up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, we'll guide that right arm underneath the left. Come down on the right side of the shoulder, right side of the head, right palm is facing up. Here you can walk that left hand forward to the top left corner of the mat. Coming back to the breath, nice deep inhales. And then on the exhales, press that left hand and right shoulder into the mat to stretch out that right shoulder. A few more big breaths. Inhale. And then exhale, press down. A few more breaths. One more big inhale. And on the exhale, walk that left palm back underneath the left shoulder. Press it into the mat. Inhale that right arm up towards the sky. And then exhale to release. Palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Let's do the other side, taking our gaze towards our left thumb. On an inhale, we'll take the left arm up towards the sky. And then exhale, thread that left arm underneath the right, come down on the left side of the shoulder, left side of the head, left palm facing up. Walk that right hand to the top right corner of the mat. Inhale, and then exhale, press that left shoulder, right palm into the mat. A couple more breaths here. Inhale, exhale, press down. Take one more big inhale. And then on the exhale, walk that right palm, press it underneath the shoulder. Once again, inhale the left arm up. And then exhale to release. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and go through a couple cat-cows here. So palms under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Look back at your knees. You should be able to see your calves and your feet. That's when you know you're at hip distance. And then nice and easy. On an inhale, we'll lower the chest, stomach, gaze forward. And then on an exhale, we'll curl the spine up towards the sky. Light pressure in the palms, gazing at the thighs. Inhale, chest down. Gaze forward. Exhale, curl the spine. Light pressure in the palms, lifting the shoulders, gazing at the thighs. Inhale. Exhale. You can also start adding in the hips here, get the body swaying through the cat-cows, nice and easy. Also add in some wag the dog. That means gazing over one shoulder, hips in the opposite direction. Maybe you want to hold here for a few breaths. This one feels pretty nice. Then you can take your gaze over the left shoulder, hips to the right. A couple breaths here. Coming back, do a couple more cat-cows. Breathing. And we'll come back to our tabletop. And then from tabletop, we'll make our way into extended child's pose. So let's bring our knees out as wide as the mat, heels and toes touch behind us. Sit back under the heels, sit up nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale, and then on the exhale, we'll slowly walk the hands forward, eventually releasing the forehead to the mat. And here you want to get the whole body involved. So on an inhale, you stretch forward, reaching your hands forward. And then on the exhale, slide those hips back towards the heel. A few more big breaths here. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, slide those hips back. And on our next inhale, we'll walk our hands over to the left, adjusting our hips towards our right heel. Same thing. Inhale the hands forward. Exhale, pull the hips back towards the heel. Now you're stretching out the right side of the body, the right rib cage, right hip, right armpit, shoulders. Sticking with the breath. Inhale, hands forward. Exhale, pull those hips back. A few more breaths on this side. Using an inhale, let's walk our hands back to the middle. We'll take a few breaths here in the middle. And using our next inhale, let's walk our hands over to the right, adjusting our hips towards our left heel. Inhale the hands forward. Exhale, pull those hips back towards the left heel. Now you're feeling the stretch on the left side of the body. Left rib cage, armpits, shoulders, hips. Stay with that breath. Inhale, reach the hands forward. Exhale, pull those hips back towards the left heel. Couple more breaths here on this side. Using an inhale, let's walk our hands back to the middle. We'll take a few more breaths here in the middle. Using our next inhale, we'll gently press ourselves up into a tabletop. And then from the tabletop, we'll make ourselves into a seated position. sit easy style, crossing the legs, sit up nice and tall. And then we'll take one last restorative breath together. On an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up towards the sky, stretching out that spine one last time. And using an exhale, let's bring the palms together in front of our chest. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a great day. Namaste.